Everyone. Natasha J. Rosewood here again with not the 6 o'clock news, but the good news. So I hope you know that every day at 3:30 from Monday to Friday, I am putting on these little, you might want to call them positive tips, how to stay sane in this insane world. And so I hope you join me. And if you enjoy these little talks, the intention is to lift your spirits. So today we're going to be talking about feelings. How are you feeling? So in the last few days, we know that the numbers of people being sick, the spread of the virus is increasing exponentially. That might have to do with something people still not thinking that they can go outside. Lorna and I have been hunkered down since the 13th, and staying home doesn't mean going out on a bike ride with other people or going a big walk somewhere. We all have to get groceries. We're already going on the online shopping thing now because this thing is just out there. It clings to hair, clings to clothes. When somebody sneezes or coughs with it, it goes at least 10 feet. It stays on metal surfaces, I've heard, for up to 9 days, but the stories are different. The information is different. I'm sure you've all been bombarded with lots of different things. Best thing, just stay inside. Keep drinking hot drinks, washing your clothes, washing your hair, having a shower, cleaning surfaces with sanitizers, and just do everything that, even if it doesn't make sense to you, staying inside and doing it. Because if you're outside, you're the infectors. You're the infectors. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Not even the health people are saying this, and I think they should have said this in the middle of February. We wouldn't be dealing with this right now if they had. I'm sorry. That's the way I feel. So as the news gets worse, we do need to focus on staying mentally healthy. I had a girlfriend this morning who is normally very, very upbeat, and she has read something very depressing, and she was crying, and we may feel like crying. This is a very overwhelming situation. As I wrote in my first book, the channeling I did, the message I got that this thing would come in like a tidal wave, and initially we would all feel like we're drowning. And I think this is the stage we're in now. But they said those who are focused on the light will rise to the surface, be able to get air and swim with this tidal wave, and will survive it. So the way I interpret that is, if we can stay in a better frequency, that will be our protection, and we can rise up and go with this and come out the other side. For me, it's a massive gift to the planet, to Mother Earth, and to ourselves if we embrace this. So what are you feeling today? Whatever you're feeling, it's okay. It really is okay. It's a roller coaster. I knew this year would be a roller coaster at the beginning of the year, and I wasn't sure what that meant, but now I understand. And we're going to be on a roller coaster of emotions. So there's so much different information out there. I'm sure you're getting all the videos and the messages and this kind of thing, and you're going, what's going on? Or maybe you're talking to all your friends and family and you're exhausted from that too. There's going to be a lot of exhaustion coming through because we're in a state of shock. We all know this is unprecedented. There's going to be a lot of fear. I've had a lot of people panicking just in the last few days and calling me and saying, what can I do? How can I deal with this? So the statistics that you hear from the doctors and the pandemic experts are absolutely maybe valid, but we have to remember we are not our biology. We are not our biology. We are our will to live. And if you have a will to live and you trust that, this is a beautiful rebirthing of humanity. And yes, it's going to be painful and messy and uncomfortable, but if you can hold on to that vision that we're all coming through on the other side, if you want to, and if you stay in the light, if you stay in this high frequency, we're going to make it through, and it's going to be a beautiful, peaceful, very loving new world that we're going to be in. It's not going to be like the old world at all. We may be all growing our own vegetables. I would highly recommend that. We may be bartering instead of using money. We may be using telepathy a lot more than we have been in the past, because our intuition will have really, I think, exploded. I've been preaching developing intuition for the last 25 years because I knew at some point we would really be needing to rely on our guidance and our inner voice, and that time is now. So read all the videos, maybe watch the news, a little bit of it, listen to your friends, but in the end, go inside and say, is this right for me right now? And I'm sure your guides, if they want you to live, they will tell you, stay home. How simple is that? So right now we've been in a three-dimensional, very physical reality. And what this is about, I feel, is that we're ascending. We're smack bang in the middle of ascension. We're going to a 5D reality. This is a much higher frequency. It's much lighter, more spiritual, less solid physical manifestation. A lot of this is about our thoughts and our feelings. And the best way I can explain this shift to you is like watching a propeller jet aircraft sitting on a runway when it's still. And you can see the propellers because they're not turning. And even when they start to turn slowly, you can still see the propellers. That's the 3D, that's the physical. But as we speed up into the 5D, those propellers start going crazy. You can't see them. They're invisible to the human eye because they're going so fast. But you can feel maybe the sense of there's some energy there, there's something going on. That's exactly what we're moving into. It's called the quantum. And you can say this is a woo-woo if you like, good luck with that. Or you can go, well, maybe this is physics and this is something I need to understand. But trust me, when you're in that place, your life is going to be so much easier and lighter and brighter. And so those people that know about this already are going, yeehaw, paradise and heaven is coming to earth. So how are you feeling now, though? So you're probably feeling a mixture. Fear, definitely. I have my moments too. Anger, maybe you're feeling hurt that you wanted to go on a holiday, or you were up for the Olympics or a hockey game and it was taken away from you and you're feeling inconvenienced or frustrated. Sadness, maybe you're worried about family and friends, maybe you're away from home and you're panicking about being able to get back home and to your family. You might even be raging. Some people, I'm sure, when they're locked up for a while in the home, will feel like raging against this thing because there's this sense of powerlessness. We do not have control. It's much bigger than we are. And that powerlessness can lead to rage. So I just want you to notice how you're feeling. The other ones might be frustration, helplessness, hopelessness. This is not the end of the world unless you want it to be. We are going to come through this out the other side. So keep that hope. Envision celebrating with friends and family at the end of this. Envision this beautiful new world where Mother Earth has had 3 months off of not technology, but pollutants. And it's being a healed earth. Imagine living on a healed earth again. Imagine the relief, the contentment, and the happiness. You might be right now still in shock. Shock brings with it tiredness, exhaustion. I recommend lots of rest, sleeping. If you want to curl up in a fetal ball, just go to sleep and sleep the day away. I totally understand, and I probably recommend it. So getting as much sleep as you can, because as you know, that supports the physical body. And then you might be feeling, again, grateful that you have somebody to share this time with, or that you do have friends or food in your cupboard and a stocked freezer. You might be feeling very at peace. This might be giving you a sense that, oh, it's okay. I feel like something better is coming. So all I have to do is sit on the couch and wait this one out. So there's going to be this roller coaster of emotions. And all I'm suggesting you do, this is just my offering of a way of you getting some good news in your life, is just to acknowledge the fear. When I notice I'm feeling fear, I just go, okay, yeah, I'm feeling a fear. Maybe I've read something really negative. And then I'll immediately go and try and find an antidote. I'll watch somebody spiritual on YouTube, or I'll get a joke, or Lauren and I sat down this afternoon and watched a love story. You know, whatever floats your boat and lifts you up. It's okay to feel the fear. You're right about how you feel. And the other end of that is when you're quarantined with husbands, wives, families, friends, wherever you're stuck, give them license also to feel their feelings. Don't try and change it in the moment. Just if they're raging or they're angry or they're going, ah, just say, it's okay. It's okay. You're allowed to feel that way. It's natural. That's what we humans do. We have feelings, and our feelings is our power because it's in our hearts. But once you have gone through feeling the fear, just go to the other side and go, oh, but there's another side to this story. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. And I'm going to get into gratitude and relief. I'm okay today. I'm okay today. And just getting into that high frequency, even if it's a sense of relief. It doesn't have to be joy and happiness. It could just be gratitude and relief. And that will just get you over the hump of the hill. So I have a little prayer that I like to say every day, but here's a very short one that you can say to people. Hi, Susan and Heather. Hi, Heather and Teresa. My favorite people. I thank you for joining me. I'm so glad I'm not talking to myself here. This prayer has been around for a long time, and it's really helped me. So when somebody's maybe attacking you or being nasty or doing something to you, you don't have to say anything. You can just think this in your head. You can say it out loud if it makes you feel better. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I love you. And please stay home. So that's something I just think sometimes when somebody's having a bad day and they're snapping at me. I know it's not me. I go, well, I didn't do anything to create this, therefore it's just them using me as their dartboard. And so I just forgive them instantly. And if I did do something to trigger them, I say, I'm sorry, still love you, and stay home. So the prayer I want to end this little session is it's going to be very short today unless anybody has any questions, or just remember that, you know, what you read and hear, it's not about out there now anymore. It's about in here. We have the power to choose what we want to believe and what our reality is going to be. So choose your reality. I choose to think, we're going to have 4 months at home. There's going to be plenty of food. This virus is going to downgrade. It's not going to be as dangerous, or there's going to be a vaccine coming in soon. Or where one lady I know, her name is Sherry Edwards. She's actually working on a sound frequency to raise our frequency so we raise it above the virus. And maybe that's why I see this thing suddenly stopping like a curtain coming down, because if we let that frequency go around the planet, bingo bango, we'd all be in that beautiful higher place, free of any disease, let alone the coronavirus. So miracles can happen. Focus on the miracles. We are not our biology. We are our minds and our spirits and our souls. So choose what outcome you like. So my prayer for today is, thank you for bringing instant healing to the situation. Thank you for our strength, courage, wisdom, and willingness to be smart and stay at home. And thank you to all the people that are working on the front line who are really risking their lives. And I have to say to all those people who are so inconsiderate that they're still going out and making the situation worse. Thank you to them for being heroes and keeping everything going as much as we can. This is my contribution. I hope it's helping some people. If you feel better hearing my videos, and I'm doing one every day so you can keep sharing them, share them, because let's start a positive thinking movement here. I know that Deepak and Oprah are going to be sharing, doing a meditation for 21 days of healing for the planet. So you can look them up and sign up for that too. anything that makes you feel better, share it. And if anybody would like some jokes, I've got some real doozies, but I think I'd have to send them to you on your email. So just drop me an email, natasha@natasharosewood.com, and I've got some really funny ones coming out from my homeland, England, because in times of strife, we don't listen to the news. We're still going out on double-decker buses back there, but with telling good jokes. So I'm praying for everybody that's not listening and taking this responsible to get a 2x4 of the head and send them home. I want to thank you. I'm sending you all healing to the planet. May you at this time really receive the gift of the lesson of this event, but know that you can choose your new reality right now. Amen. So be it, and so it is. Thank you, and good night.